Hello everyone, and thank you for joining the quest. I am PS Quest, and this is Crypto Quest. Sorry I'm late today on the stream. I've actually been on vacation the last week, so that's why I wasn't able to get back to you guys. I was in Vegas for a little while. But I'm back, and I wanted to give an update. This is actually very, very important because we're hitting a critical point for a few different alts right now. The one is Solana. So Solana has hit $180 for the first time since September 11th. Okay, it's been up and way down and then back to up and then never came back to the 180 levels. Now it's broken through this wedge. It's closed above that wedge several days in a row now. In fact, we can actually update this wedge, I believe, a little bit. But we broke through the wedge clearly and showing aggressive close above the wedge at 176, and we actually hit 182 today. This is huge news. The reason why, we know a few things, okay? Solana has a tendency to go on insane runs, okay? And we look at the RSI, the divergence. Right now there's no divergence, but there is, it looks like it's becoming oversold a little bit. So we might see a small correction before we go back up. But the thing about Solana is it goes on these crazy runs where it'll just go up 10, 20% in one day. This looks like it could happen again since we broke out of this wedge. The other thing I want to talk about is that there's a couple of coins, namely Radium and Orca, that have a tendency to run up quite a bit whenever Solana pumps. And it doesn't happen right away, okay? It happens a little bit after. So Solana will go up, and then a little bit afterwards, Radium will go up, and Orca will go up, and these coins all have a tendency to follow what Solana is doing. Let's see if I'm back here, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, reconnection successful. Here we go. So what I was talking about before I got cut out, sorry about that. My internet is a little bit wonky. So what I was talking about is that the alts that follow Solana are Radium and Orca. And if we look at the Radium pattern, we're below the wedge right now. And I have a feeling that we're going to come right back into this wedge with Radium probably coming back up to the levels of about $16 or higher. So if it does break 16, we could expect a pump. And this is a crazy huge wedge, by the way, that Radium has formed. We could expect a massive pump off of Radium to the upwards of $21 is in order. We could see a $21 Radium in the weeks that follow this Solana pump. Now, the crazy thing is Solana doesn't even really need to hold this, although I think that it will, and I think that eventually Solana is going to hit all-time highs. But for Radium and Orca specifically, to really have these crazy run-ups, it's inevitable. And right now, it's still so early. We're still so low in terms of where this could go and where it will go. There's a couple other ones. Serum is one that we need to look at as well, which actually hasn't even woken up yet. So these alts for sure are going to wake up. Now, the other coin that I wanted to talk about that's had a very nice breakout pattern is KuCoin. If we look at this on the daily, let me go to auto really quick. We look at this on the daily, what do you guys see? It is an absolutely gigantically tremendous W pattern. We have a W-shaped pattern, which is very, very bullish now. So we've broken now the level that we needed to break, which was $14.90. It broke that earlier today. It's a W-shaped pattern. Typically, on a W-shaped pattern, we will go up to about half of the middle of the W. So if we draw a little line right here, it typically will go up from the top of the W. We could see a $19.30 KuCoin in the next couple of days. So this is a massive breakout pattern that I wanted to show you guys. This is very important, and it's something that we have to look at. KuCoin is pretty predictable because of the way that it works and the way the token is. Really, the tokenomics of it are such that it has a very recognizable pattern, and anytime we have these wedges, we know if we break down, we can buy the dip, and we can ride it all the way to the top of the wedge. We can sell the top of the wedge. We can buy again the dip, and then as soon as the breakout happens, we can, and on and on and on. It just does this over and over again. Okay. And the reason why I detailed in my KuCoin video, if you guys take a look down below, I have a video on KuCoin, but the tokenomics of it are really good. There's not that much supply. you're paid in KuCoin token, KuCoin shares every day based on the volume that's traded on KuCoin. So, of course, we know if Bitcoin does an all-time high, if Bitcoin's running like you wouldn't believe, which it is right now, and Ethereum and all these bigger alts are running all-time highs, we know that the exchanges like KuCoin, like FTT, are going to have a lot of activity, a lot of volume, and therefore they're going to be making money, and they're going to be distributing tokens, and the price of the tokens are going to go up. The price of those exchanges tokens are going to go up. So something to keep an eye on. The W pattern is extraordinarily bullish right now for KuCoin. Keep an eye on that, guys. This is pretty much all I want to talk about. I want one more thing, Mover. Okay. Mover is a very fascinating coin because it's called Moonriver, and basically the only thing you need to know is that this coin is going to explode. It has massive use case, huge adoption coming very soon with a lot of platforms, DeFi included. This is a very undervalued coin right now, and it's very difficult to purchase Moonriver. You can only buy it, I think, on KuCoin. Maybe PancakeSwap, maybe some of the DeFi exchanges, but really you can only, I think, buy it on KuCoin. So the volume is very limited at this time. However, very soon, if we see a major index listing for Moonriver, I know the name of the coin is funny, right? It's MOVR. It's like a mover. You know, the price is going to move. It's going to move up, and it's going to moon, in fact, because it's Moonriver. But it's not a meme. It's not a joke. It's not a joke coin. It's not a shit coin by any means. This is a serious token that is going to go places because it has massive use case. It's a bridge, and it's going to be one of the most important bridges for the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem. So that being said, it's not limited to Kusama and Polkadot, but it will be used very closely with those layer zeros. This thing is going to go places, guys. Okay, so that's something to keep an eye on. Additionally, I don't talk about this much, but Hex is something that has to be looked at because Hex is one of those things that's only decentralized. It's only available on Uniswap through decentralized finance purposes. You will not be able to ever, hopefully, buy it on an exchange because that's not what it's about. But you buy your Hex and you stake it up for a long time, and you get more rewards based on how long you stake it up for. So Hex actually had a dip down to the 22 cent area. And Hex will do this. Here's what Hex does. This is the pattern for Hex. When Ethereum pumps up hard, like it is right now, Hex will go down. Part of the reason is because I believe that the owner of Hex, who holds the majority share of Hex, I believe that he sells Hex when Ethereum is high, and whenever Ethereum comes down, he puts his Ethereum into Hex. And he buys his own Hex, and that causes the price to go up. So, listen, if we're to see any correction to Ethereum, then keep an eye closely on Hex because this is one way that you guys can recognize these patterns and start adopting that to make a little bit of money here and there. So that's what I wanted to talk about for today. Keep an eye on Radium, keep an eye on Orca, keep an eye on KuCoin for sure, and keep an eye on Serum. Okay, because these Solana ecosystem coins will for sure run up with along after Solana, which is happening right now. So the Solana pump is happening, and those coins will run up along with them. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. I hope this info provides use for you, and I hope it proves to be helpful. And if you do like staying ahead of the curve, please click the like button and subscribe down below to get updates on all the new happenings in the crypto space before everyone else. Until next time, keep your portfolio strong and your hands stronger.